Investing in property needn't be a failure. There's a few things that I've been following, a few key principles of business, of investing that I've been following the last few years that have really helped me when I've been a little bit unsure about a deal, or I'm looking at making a new business venture or taking a new step, or even just planning out my goals and where it is I want to be after 6 months, 12 months, etc. In this video, I just want to take a minute to go through some of these real key principles behind investing and things that you can apply to every single deal and every single decision that you're going to make. And the first thing I want to talk about is that talking is better than text. What I mean by that is whenever you're doing anything within your business, whether you're doing due diligence on a deal, whether you're looking to hire someone, whether you're looking to deal with a managerial problem within your business, you want to build a new income stream, you want to sell a deal, doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you are looking to do within your business, pick up the phone and speak to people. When you're on the phone with people, you get so much more information about what is going on. If you're trying to do due diligence online using whatever, whether that's a forum, Facebook, Spare Room, Rightmove, all that kind of stuff, it's great and it gives you an indication, but when you pick the phone up and speak to people local to the area, you get so much more information. I'm not just talking about whether or not an area rents, but context around that, which you can use when you're speaking to investors, when you're looking to invest for yourself, or whether or not the area is actually good. The reason we can vet areas so quickly is because we speak to people in the area. And that kind of sums it up. You get more information when you're speaking to people. You get more clarity about where people are at in terms of, their position, whether or not they're looking to go ahead or not, because you can feel the emotion in their voice, but it's also a hell of a lot faster. And as entrepreneurs, when you're gonna find yourself getting really busy and using a lot of hours in the day, if you can get a job done in 2 minutes rather than 20 minutes, that is something you need to be looking to do. And for me, at every single stage of my business, no matter what it is that I am doing, I wanna get on the phone to people. I don't wanna be texting, I don't wanna be emailing, I don't wanna be WhatsApping, I don't wanna be Googling, I wanna be on the phone. To quote Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street, pick up the phone and start dialing. There's a reason why people do that and why the phone is so powerful and it's still a symbol of making money and being on the phone works. It's because being on the phone makes stuff happen where messages do not. So stop looking to message people, stop looking to Google things. If you've got a question, pick the phone up and speak to someone to get the information you need. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're investing in property. This is just as true for business as it is for property. So number one, pick up the phone. Number two is about focusing on what is important. Don't waste time dealing with the X, Y, and Z. Don't waste time making a perfect landing page on your website or making your branding look really, really sexy. It doesn't matter that much. Of course it matters, but it isn't as important as doing your first deal if you haven't done one. The most important thing there is getting a deal. Whether you're gonna sell it, raise finance for it, take on yourself. If you don't have a deal, there's nothing you can do. And having a nice website isn't gonna change the fact that you're not gonna get paid if you don't have a deal. So your step one has to be get a deal. And what is the first step of getting a deal? Get in some viewings. This is why everyone's banging on get inside houses, go book some viewings, go see some stuff. Because if you're not out in the world, you're not actively immersing yourself within the world of property investing and doing something, you're never gonna find yourself a deal, you're never gonna find yourself getting educated. So focus on what is important. Ask yourself, will this task directly lead to me making money? And I don't mean in the future, or it's a nice thing to have, or it looks better. I mean, will it directly lead to me making money? And if you're running a business, that is kind of the point of a business, is to make money. You don't have to hide behind that. That's perfectly okay. That's the world we live in. It's a capitalist world. Will what you're doing directly lead to you making money? And I'm not talking about saving money, I'm talking about physically making it, bringing it in, revenue. That's what you gotta be focusing on. Don't focus on the little stuff. Don't focus on your business card. Don't focus on having a work phone rather than your normal phone. Doesn't matter. You can still make the phone calls. You can still get in a house. Focus on what is important. Point number three is just simply remove emotion. And yes, this is true in business, but if you're investing, this is so important. So if you're looking to do a buy, refurb, refinance, for example, and you're looking to do a refurb on a house, don't consider what would be good for the tenant and what would be good for you or what looks nice. Yes, these are important, but the most important thing is ensuring that your refurb is done on budget and you get the end valuation that you're after. Now, your end value automatically encompasses that the house has to be laid out in a fairly straightforward manner, a way that makes sense. Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna get downvalued. If your kitchen is horrible and doesn't look good and it's on back to front and you've got your fridge and then your sink next to it and the cooker is the other side of the room, that doesn't make sense. You'll get downvalued for it. So little stuff like that you don't really need to consider. You just need to focus on the fact that I'm looking for this end valuation, this is my budget, this is what I can do, and then refurb the house accordingly. The layout, yes, it's important, but it's encompassed by the valuation. You've got to remove the emotion from it. You're not going to live there, so don't design it so that you like it. It's irrelevant. Design it for what the area needs, what the tenant is gonna need, what the market is you're actually applying to. Think about it. I'm in property. Everyone knows this, right? So there's no point in me doing YouTube videos on how to bake a cake. No one wants to know about it. I'll be marketing to the wrong people. So why would you design a house for you if you're not gonna live there? It literally makes no sense, right? Remove the emotion from what you're doing. If you're looking at a deal and it makes money, and you can see what happens in the various scenarios about whether or not there's risk, what could go wrong, what is the downside, etc. Run through everything, see all the possible outcomes of the deal, understand which is most likely, and go, okay, on a purely logical basis, what do I wanna do? An investment is not an emotional decision. It doesn't matter whether or not you like the area. That's so irrelevant. There are places that I'm investing in that I don't like, that I can guarantee you right now I would never want to live in. Doesn't mean the deals don't make money, doesn't mean they're not good deals, and it didn't stop me from buying the house in the first place. It doesn't matter. If the numbers stack up and you can back up every single thing about it, you've protected your downside, you've eliminated risk, do the deal. Like, it doesn't matter whether or not you like it. There's no emotion behind this. It just doesn't feel right. That's the stupidest reason not to make money the world has ever seen, right? It doesn't matter if it feels right or if it looks right. Does it make money? Do the numbers add up? Is there due diligence stacked behind it? If there is, go for it. Think logically as an investor, not emotionally. Number 4, a relationship is better than a good deal. Honestly, this is so true. There's no point screwing someone over or cutting someone out or killing a relationship with a builder or an estate agent or anything like that just because you want to get one deal and you want to play hardball over £1,000 on the price, or maybe it's more. There's no point paying hardball over something like that if it's going to kill your relationship with that person. Obviously, you need to be looking for relationships that are actually going to help you, long, sustainable relationships that are even and they're win-win relationships where people provide as much value to you as you provide value to them. That's the point of a relationship. If it's all one-sided, then it's not going to last. But value the relationship over a specific deal. You know, there are so many stories I could give you, and if you just ask around and speak to people in the industry, you'll find that the best deals people have ever gotten are from relationships. And a lot of those times those relationships might have started out with something not exactly going to plan. You rang them up maybe to solve a problem or because you needed help with something and they were willing to work with you. You know, that's how relationships are built. It's by asking people for things and then giving people stuff. That's how your relationship works. A relationship is so much better than a good deal. I have relationships with HMO managers and builders, and they're bringing me leads for new deals. They're constantly sending us sites. They're sending us their clients, other investors that they've been working with, saying, hey, I know you're doing this at the moment. As another person I work with who actually helps provide these sorts of deals, they're developing as well. Are you interested in having a chat with them? I think it'd be great if you guys connected. And they're like, yeah, we'd love to do that. Anyone in this world, anyone in business wants to make new connections. You know, if you've got a good relationship with your builders, you're gonna find that coming in. It might mean you pay an extra 2-3% on build cost. So what? If it means you can do an extra deal a year that pays you an extra 30 grand a year, it's worth it. That is an investment in itself. You've got to invest in working with the right people. And if people are really good at what they do, they deserve to charge for that service. Our build teams, our agents, our management companies, you know, none of them are the cheapest people out there, but there's a good reason for that. It's because they're not the cheapest, they're the best. And that's what we want. We want to build a relationship with the best people so that we can deliver projects and deliver deals for our clients and for ourselves that make money, that run smoothly, and ultimately allows us to grow our network and build more relationships within this space. And number 5 is probably my favorite, and it's all about sales. You know, and sales isn't just good in your business life, it's good in your personal life as well. You know, everybody sells all of the time. Your business is designed to make money. Make money means bringing it through the door, increasing your revenue. You cannot get revenue without a sale, period. That's not how it works. So you have to do some selling at some point if your business is to be a business and you want to make profit from it, which is the purpose behind doing what it is that you're doing. So you've got to get good at sales. And obviously the sales part of your business needs attention, but also in a marketing perspective. When you're shooting videos, when you're writing captions, when you're writing your emails, when you're looking to connect with people, that is all part of the sales process. It's part of building relationships, building rapport. It's got 1,000 different names, but it's all part of selling. You're trying to build a relationship with someone and have them understand where you're coming from, you understand where they're coming from, so you can build a win-win scenario. That is literally the definition of sales. You need it in your marketing side as well. You need it in your operations and your managerial stuff. If you're disciplining a member of staff, it's all part of sales because it's about persuading people, helping them to see your side as well as understanding their side and coming to a resolution between two parties. That's all sales is. It's just negotiation. It's all the same thing, right? You've got to get good at this. And if there is one tip that I can give you to make your sales better today, it's that conviction is better than confidence. If you do not believe in what it is that you are selling, no one will ever buy it from you. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If you do not believe in what you are selling, no one will buy from you. But believing and being confident in something, you've got to have conviction. Conviction makes it a part of who you are. You know, this deal is so damn good that you 100% believe in it. You'll put your life on the line for it. Now, if you're willing to say that about a deal and you believe in it that much, you are convicted by it, someone will buy it from you. Because it's really hard to walk away from someone when they have that strong belief and conviction about what is going on. Like when the deal is that good and you want to deliver it with passion and with energy, it comes from a place of conviction. It comes from a place of confidence. So understand your deal, get behind it, and have conviction about it. If you can't, there's probably something wrong with your deal or there's probably more due diligence that you need to do. But ask yourself, if that is the case, if you cannot truly be convicted by your deal, should you really be selling it? You see, that's the problem with sales. Sales is fantastic when you're selling something that genuinely provides value to the other side. Win-win scenarios, remember. But if you're not, and you're asking for more than you're giving, that is when it becomes manipulation. Sales in itself is completely fine. It's very, very good for this world. It's good for the market. It's good for the economy, good for people's welfare, so on and so forth. Manipulation is not. So don't look to do that. Get convicted by your product, by your service, by your deal, and that will help you sell more. But just make sure that you can 100% believe in it. And if you can't, there's something you need to find out about that deal that you need to change. It doesn't mean the deal sucks. You've just got to find out what that thing is. You've got to understand your deal inside and out if you're going to have conviction about it. And the best thing is, when you get convicted by a deal, you're going to want to know more about it. You're probably going to want to work harder to find the money to raise it and go invest in that deal. So to summarize your 5 points, pick up the phone and start dialing. Get on the phones with people. Number 2, focus on what is important to you. Don't focus on the stuff that isn't going to make you money when you're starting out. Number 3, remove emotion. Think logically. 4, a relationship is better than a good deal. And number 5, learn to sell. As it happens, I've just released an online course where I go through points like this, as well as all the specific due diligence, the ins, the outs, the strategies, the financing, how to raise it finance, how to joint venture, how to sell deals, how to systemize, how to market, how to sell, all this kind of stuff. I've just put this into a course specifically for property, an A to Z guide on how to start, how to get to the end, how to scale through the whole process, everything you could possibly need. There's a link below where you can preview some of the content for free. There's some golden nuggets in there that you're going to want to get hold of as well. And if you want to go ahead and check out the full course, you can in the link below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what I'm doing, then please like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next time.